Did you know that the first John Wick movie was originally supposed to star Keanu Reeves as the villain? That's right, Reeves loved the script so much that he convinced the filmmakers to let him play this legendary character himself. From his deadly headshots to his impeccable style, John Wick has become one of the most iconic movie characters of the 21st century. With 3 pulse-pounding films and a 4th one currently in theaters, it's time to rank the John Wick movies from worst to best. So get ready to get your mind blown. Coming in at number 4 is the original John Wick, released in November 2014. Looking at the box office figures, turns out that the movie earned an IMDb rating of 7.4 out of 10. And with a budget of around $20 to $30 million, this movie put over $86 million in the pocket. It appears that filmmakers already realized that the audience was getting tired of watching the usual kind of movies that mostly relied on CGI, sci-fi elements, and predictable backstories that do not contribute much to the overall narrative. This movie is a masterclass in action filmmaking, with some of the best fight scenes and gun battles you'll ever see. The world building is also top-notch, and Keanu Reeves is absolutely electric, and as stunning in character as many people love to watch him. Before we move on, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. At number 3, we have John Wick Chapter 2. Earning over $174 million at the box office with a budget of $40 million, the movie essentially won even more hearts than its prequel. The action was even more intense, the world building was even more intricate, and Keanu Reeves was, and is still even more badass. And let's talk about the action scenes. With more headshots than spoken lines, this movie is not for the faint of heart. But if you can handle the carnage, you're in for a treat, because John Wick Chapter 2 knows exactly what it wants to do, and it does that with jaw-dropping intensity. Number 2, John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum. This movie takes everything that was great about the first 2 films and pushes it to the limit. The action is even more intense and creative. The world building is even more fascinating, and the addition of Halle Berry to the cast is a definite highlight. Plus, with a higher box office gross, roughly $327 million with a more impressive budget, the movie earned an audience score of 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, more than the first 2 chapters. It's clear that audiences agree that this is one of the best John Wick movies so far. So the winner is John Wick Chapter 4. This movie has surpassed all of its prequels by earning an IMDb rating of 8.2 out of 10. And as for box office figures, well, with a budget of around $100 million, this movie has grossed over $406 million at the box office, in addition to winning millions of hearts and shattering all the previous records set by its prequels. And all of that in less than 1.5 months. If you aren't a fan of Keanu Reeves already, then this movie is most likely going to make you one. So if you haven't watched this movie yet, you should check it out while it's still in theaters. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the channel. See you in the next video.